Everybody, it's Nicole. So today is Tuesday. Yes, my hair is a mess, but I am exhausted. I must have slept funny. My neck hurts. Today, I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to actually make what I want to make, but I want to unbox this particular, I guess you could call it a kit. It's been something that I've been eyeing for a little bit. You know me, I love doing art as art therapy. It definitely helps with my anxiety. I know for some of you it's something else. It you know, it therapy ranges in a lot of different um you know things, whether it's art. Some of you may do exercise if you are able to. It ranges to whatever it is that you enjoy doing that calms whatever, the inside here, calms your heart, calms the mind. And so for me it's art. And if I had it my way, and if I had every single dollar that there is that I could spend, I would try everything. And I mean everything. I've thought about learning how to do woodcraft, how to add to my resin repertoire, and I'm working on that. That particular thing is those hooks, but I know that I cannot start on it until we get completely moved, because I need the stable area and setup in order to do that. I am like dying to do it, but I need to do it in a right setting to make the product what I want it to be. So I'm itching to do it, and I'm itching to share that with you. I'm itching to show it to you, the process from beginning to end, having you guys see me do it, whether it's through lives or pre-records and all of that stuff. I want to do it. It's coming. It's just a matter of yeah. Anyway, so today what we're going to do is, now that I've talked for 3 minutes in, and I tend to do that. Anyhow, now that we're 3 minutes in, what I am going to be doing is I'm going to be unboxing this kit, and it's by Let's Resin, it's called. And if I had talked about it in my last video, is called Flex Rubber. And according to what I read in the description, it's essentially making your own squishies, and which is something that some people use to relieve anxiety. And so this is the kit that I got, and it's supposed to come with everything. So we're gonna see what is inside the box, and I'm gonna flip through hopefully there's instructions on how to go about doing it, because this is not something that I know how to do. I don't know how to make squishies from like scratch. If I'm able to get down to the nitty-gritty and feel like I am comfortable with making them, that is something that I'm willing to give to you guys as well, along with the crochet hooks, along with resin pieces and stuff like that. I am willing to make squishies as well. It just depends on what it involves. I'm also thinking about doing some other things, but that's beyond that point. So as you can see, it says mixed ratio 1A to 1B by weight. So that is essentially what kind of the same thing as resin. So that's why I felt like that this is a good segue from what I did with resin. And as you can see on the box, it says super soft, super elastic, and bubble free. So we'll see how it goes. On the box it says about Let's Resin. So I have bought resin from them before. I have not gotten a chance to use it. They have several different kinds of resin. They even have fast cure resin. So anyway, so it says about the company, life's a journey and every moment of life becomes the source of our happiness. This is true. Have you ever considered of sharing your joy and keep good memories through art? Yes. So we found that resin art could make it. I agree with that. That's why we create Let's Resin. Resin is not just what it is, rather it is the magician's wand. I agree. That is so true. You can use resin in amazing different ways. Working with resin generates sparks of creativity. We are happy to provide affordable tools and supplies to every single person who loves crafting and sharing their creative experience with others. Let's Resin becomes a way of expressing emotion and memory keeper. Join us now. Let Resin record every drops of life, joy, and make them eternal. So this is, I think, a Chinese company. But they do sell very good quality products. I don't know how you guys feel about, Chinese companies, but the stuff that they make is great. I've used their molds. I have not used their resin yet, but I am going to. And so one of the things that I also want you guys to join me in on when I do get to that point is my mom had asked me shortly after my dad passed in 2021 to help make some memory pieces for her, myself, and my sister using resin in regards to my dad. So that's something that I want to be able to share with you as well when I get there, because I know what I want to make. It's just a matter of I'm sure you guys know who deal with art. There's always something going on in your head about things you want to do and things you want to try. And it's just a matter of figuring out when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, if it's actually going to take the shape that you want it to. So we're going to open up this here and let's see what's inside the box. All right. So I'm just going to take everything out first. I'm going to see if there is a list or a like an instruction booklet of some sort, so that I can get an idea of what is included, and then I can go along with you guys on what I got. Okay, so so as you can see, there is a little like 1-page or 2-page instruction manual. So it says here, number 1, warnings: don't swallow, keep out of reach of children, avoid with contact with eyes, and do not dispose of waste into drains. I would say that the same with epoxy resin. I never ever dump my epoxy resin into the drain. You will ruin your drains if you do that. I usually take any excess resin and I put them into a plastic bag and throw them away that way. And the thing about resin, and I don't know, we'll find out when we work with this, how it ends up curing. Okay, so it says here, mixed ratio 1:1 by weight. And obviously weight is more accurate than by volume. I do have a scale. Mixing time is 3 to 5 minutes. The more the amount, the longer the mixing time, that's pretty norm. Same with resin. Working time within 30 minutes at room temperature. Okay, so that is approximately the same as the resin that I really like, which is the Pudo resin. Curing time is 3 to 4 hours or longer, depending on the size, thickness of your project, as well as the curing temperature. We suggest you wait for at least 5 hours before using the silicone molds. So I'm not sure what that means as far as waiting to use the molds itself, but we shall see. Working environment, do not work in the kitchen, as the cooking fumes will affect the silicone curing. Oh, and then as far as the curing time, that is a lot quicker than what the epoxy resin that I work with. The epoxy resin cures usually overnight. Full cure sometimes is longer. It like this says, it depends on the size of the project you're working on, and along with the thickness. But 3 to 4 hours is nice because it's something that's really quick and easily used. Working environment, same. And then you also must make sure you're in a clean, dry, not moist, and no smoky environment. Same thing goes for resin. We'll have to think about the cleaning service. I've been wanting to buy some new silicone mats, just because mine are so terrible, but it may be just as easy as peeling off all of the resin that is the cured resin that is on the silicone mats, because resin does not stick to silicone, so I should be able to peel it off. But in any case, that's regardless. So applications suitable for cat claw mold. It has certain thickness and it is easy to release. So yeah, that's that. It says useful tips: the lower the curing temperature, the longer the working time. Same thing goes for resin. Seal the bottle after use, store it at room temperature. Same for resin. Clean the silicone spills with soapy water, wipe them off with rubbing alcohol. Same goes for resin. If the silicone gets frozen, please make sure it comes back up to room temperature before use. Same goes for resin. I know it's getting chilly here. I know that things will take longer to cure. And the thing that I also learned with resin is that if you put your bottles in warm water ahead of time, that also helps with the working time. Okay, so let's see. It says, so the safety precautions: use properly ventilated space, wear protective gloves and eye protection. In case of skin contact, wipe off with rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer, then wash with soapy water. In case of eye contact, rinse with running water immediately after for 15 minutes and seek medical attention. So thus the eye protection. Children should not use this project without adult supervision. This would be something fun I think my son might enjoy to do with me. Tips to eliminate all micro bubbles after use: mix the silicone, seal it, and store it in the refrigerator for 1 hour, then let it continue to cure at room temperature. Tips to prevent silicone non-cure cure inhibition: clean, dry, no smoking. Correct mixing ratio, mix thoroughly. Make sure to scrape the bottom and sides of your mixing cup and then pour silicone mixture into the molding. Curing temperature is suitable at the curing time is long enough. Below are some of the materials this liquid silicone should avoid contact with: compounds containing heavy metal, and there's a list. It says here, so there's like FAQs and all that stuff. So also it's not suitable to use with UV resin. I kind of figured that, along with other things. So it doesn't look like they give a contents list, so we're just gonna have to kind of guess by the pictures. Okay, so I took everything out of the box. So first off, they do include molds. So this is the kitty cat paws. So you can see there, they are, from what I can tell, what I would use for resin. They're silicone molds, and it's got the cute hearts in the paws. There's that. And then I do find it interesting they do give you these little packs where you can peel the top and seal it. So like if you want to make several and give them as gifts. I like this. This is something that would be useful for me, not only for the squishies, but for any of my resin projects, which I was planning on picking up anyway. So they gave me that in addition. So there's this box that they included, and it has a lid on it. So what I'm gathering is, from what I can see in the instructions, it says you know, to prepare all the materials you'll need, which is the silicone, rubber, mixing cup, mixing stick, and the mold. And then you mix the 2 parts, 1 to 1 by weight. Stir thoroughly for 3 to 5 minutes. Pour the well mixed mold into the silicone. Pour the well-mixed silicone into the molds. Pour some flocking powder into the box. Remove the finished project from the mold. Put the box and cover it with the flocking powder. Seal it in the package, and ta-da, it's finished. Okay, so this must be the box that you put the flocking material in. So I'm just wondering, because they give you more than one color. So I will show you the colors and everything else. We'll get there. So measuring cups. Like I said, I do have a scale. I have a scale that I use for postage. I might want to buy a separate one. So if I use the one that I have now, I may cover it with plastic wrap so that the silicone does not get on that scale, because I don't want to ruin it. So, and then they also give popsicle sticks. I like popsicle sticks because I use them for my resin. So these, I buy them by like the hundreds because they're so cheap. You guys probably know you can go to Hobby Lobby, you can go to Michael's or Joann's and buy them there as well. So they gave me a couple. And then, okay, so the flocking. So it just looks like powder. So they gave white, they gave black. Purple is this, like, it's a dark purple. And then this it's not really a blue, like straight blue. I'm really bad with names of colors. So this is like a grayish blue. You'd think somebody who likes art would know better the names of colors. But anyway, that's why I say it's a grayish blue. And then they give this cute pink color, which in the pictures of the instructions, if you can see there, they made the paw pink. So essentially, you know, you can follow the pictures along to make it easier, because obviously the instructions are not exactly worded in perfect English. So after you mix everything up, you put it in the mold, you leave it for the proper curing time. And it does say that, and I've read in the comments, that the product, once it's cured, is sticky, and it must have to be sticky in order for the flocking to stick to it. So obviously, probably the first time around I may just choose one color. I am, you know, already thinking in my head, like, okay, so pink is fun, sure, but wouldn't it be more fun if the paw, say, had pink toe beans, and then the actual outside is, say, white or black, or vice versa. And so that's what I'm thinking. Or say The toe pads are, I don't know, black, and then the outlines are pink, and then the heart in the center is purple. So there's a lot to work with as far as the kit goes. So this is definitely a good buy. So the instructions were on the bottom. Me personally, that's not necessarily where I would have put it, but it is. So that's where it's going to go back. And then I will show you the flex rubber, as they call it. So this is part A and this is part B, and then it does say mixed ratio 1A to 1B by weight on there. So there's that. And it does, the nice thing is that the lid is a safety, child safe lid. So I do like that. So you know, it's like if you buy medicine or whatever, you have to press down, you got to open it in order to get it open. Let me, I'm going to see, which doesn't always work well for people like me who have arthritis. Let's see. Okay, it wasn't that difficult to open. I want to see if there's a protective seal, if I can get it open. Hold on. Yeah, so there is a protective seal, so I have to remember that when we do it. So there is that, and so it is now is sealed. That's a plus. I like that. So back in the box it goes, putting the mold back in, and then the little gift bags, and I like that it has the hole there, because I am planning on doing another resin sale. Just like everything else is kind of on the hold. So anyhow, that's that. So depending on, so my son wants to do fall break, because fall break is essentially going to start after school is finished today. And his friend that was originally living in Hawaii, their family actually moved to Oklahoma. So he is stoked about that. It's his best friend. So he was really sad when we had to move, because, you know, you guys know how it is. It's always hard to move, especially when you have friends that you're leaving behind. So I knew, and he knew, that during the summer, usually his family comes up to Oklahoma and Texas for like a couple of weeks or a month to visit family. So they did that, not this past summer, but the summer before that, because his friend, you know, was gone to the mainland when we were still in Hawaii. And they were gone for maybe about 3 weeks to a month. But this time around, they did come up sometime in July, I think. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, obviously because it's none of my business, they decided to stay. So what that meant is, and I'm just trying to get everything back into the box. So what that meant for his best friend is that his family they are currently in a different city than us. They're about 5 hours away, which kind of stinks because the drive is far. But he did get to see his friend during the summer. They spent 5 days out at his friend's uncle's house, and then since fall break is coming, they asked whether or not it was okay if my youngest could come out to stay for the duration of the fall break. So it starts after schools today, and then they go back to school next week, Monday. So, you know, we're fine with that. And so because they are here for the duration, I'm assuming for the duration of the school year, I don't know if they're going to be going back to Hawaii after the school year is over. Although my son wishes that he could be homeschooled as well, because then because he is currently, he said he is bored to tears at school. And unfortunately, I get it. He's ahead a lot than a lot of his classmates. So while I'm happy that, he is doing academically well, I'm proud to say that he is a straight A student. He has a 4.0 GPA, and that, like, the math he's taking is 8th grade, 9th grade math. So he has a possibility to graduate from high school a year or so early if he so chooses. We aren't the type of parents that do, we're not helicopter parents, and we aren't the type of parents to push really hard. Obviously, grades are important. Obviously, school is important, but we aren't like, you have to. We do give them the choice to do things that make them happy, because I know what it's like to be forced to do something that makes me unhappy. And then you begin to resent whatever it is that you are forced to do. So he really wants me to homeschool him, because he knows that his friend is being homeschooled. And I think how it probably works, or it might work, I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on this. Those of you who may have kids that are homeschooled, who may do things differently, I think his friend does it online. So and the reason why he is not homeschooled is so that he gets the human interaction, rather than just staying at home with me while he does his schooling. While I would love for him to be at home with me, that also is not fair to him to not be able to interact with other kids his age and make friends and all of that stuff. But any case, he feels like if he were homeschooled, then he would be able to work ahead. In other words, say they give X amount of assignments for the month or the week or whatever it is, then he feels like he could possibly do all of said work in a couple of days, because, like he said, his friend has like certain classes at this time during the day, and I'm assuming is to, you learn the lesson and then they give you the work and then you work at your own pace. And the way he is it's like, okay, I'm finished, now what? And he's having to wait for everybody else to catch up. And so I know he's like a little frustrated, and I feel bad. I don't know. And I don't know, for those of you who have kids who are my age, have kids that are like that. But sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing, because you don't want your child to be bored, because sometimes that can lead to trouble. So we're trying to keep him as stimulated as possible. So that's why we pushed him into taking AP English and AP Math. I asked him how he's doing, and obviously he's doing fine. We just had conferences and his teachers love him, which was the same for last year. So anyhow, that's beside the point. Yeah, anyway, I kind of like went off subject, sorry about that. Like I said in my last video, I have appointments for the rest of the week, and then now that my son is going to be at his friend's house, I won't necessarily have to worry about him. My husband will be off Wednesday, part of Thursday, because he works at the airport, that he has some stuff that he has to do on his day off for a couple of hours. And then Friday he's off, Saturday he's off, and then Sunday I need to go pick up my son. I had planned on Sunday to do this with you guys, or for you guys, so you guys could see how it works out. We'll see how that goes timing wise, because they want to meet in OKC. But if I'm not able to do it, don't worry, I will be posting something different. You guys know about my self-care videos, where it's just kind of a vlog about what's going on in my life. And those are videos that I always label with a trigger warning, because I know some of you don't want to hear about all that nonsense. So I'm thinking that if I'm not able to do this then on Sunday, then I will do that instead. And so I will label it as I have been, and it will be up to you to decide if that's a video that you want to watch, because I know for some of you it does help you to hear about somebody who is going through the same things that you are, and I can give you an update about certain things that have been happening in my life that I'm not exactly happy about. So in any case, after that long winding end to this video, please check out my other videos. I would really appreciate it. And then if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I am trying to grow my my Ohana family, or members. I like to call you Ohana, which means family in Hawaiian. For those of you who don't know, yes, I was born and raised in Hawaii. I am not Hawaiian, I am Japanese, but I was born in Hawaii and raised there. I have lived on the mainland before for a couple of decades, so this is not my first rodeo when it comes to living on the mainland. But yeah, I have a giveaway going on. I will put the link in the description below. If you want to see, so the link to that will be in the description. I am giving away $25 gift card to Fire, and I'm also giving away a cake of Baby Mandala by Lion Brand Yarn, and then I am also giving away a Furls. I think I was told it's a Libra hook. I think it was a G+ size hook. So you can take a look at the previous video to not this one, or not the last one, the one before. But anyway, you can check out, actually, I'm just telling you, watch all my videos. I have a lot to offer, but in order to enter into the contest, you must be subscribed. Hit your notification button, because I know that some of you have said that you don't get notified when I post new videos. And then give me a like, comment down below, because it does help me and getting my videos out there. And I always like hearing from you guys. I try my best to comment to all of you the best to my ability. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, because I have talked way too long. Although when I do make the squishies, do expect that the video will be longer. So yeah, if you have gotten to the end of this, I really appreciate it. Love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.